Okay, today is the day. We have Eastonmade matching up against the Wolfe Ridge. Give you a head-to-head. All right, guys, here we are, Splitter Wars. We have the Eastonmade 1222 versus the Wolfe Ridge Pro 28C, and we're here to see what these machines can do when they go head-to-head against each other. So, a little bit about our setup for one. Here, let me get you. All right,
this is my buddy Doug's splitter. He bought it in 2020. So it's a couple years old, but the Eastonmade 1222 that we're running is a 2019. So these things are both about the same age. So for this comparison, we have 30 rounds. Rachel selected 30 rounds. They're similar size and similar species. So if we have an ash, we have an ash for each one, a maple for each one, a birch for each one. Similar diameters, similar amount of knots. Rachel put these in separate piles, not knowing which splitter they were going to go to, and then I brought the splitters out, grabbed a pile, put it at the splitter. The way we're going to run these is a full cycle down and back for every round. There's not going to be any short in the cycle. It's going to be full stroke down and back, all on the four-way wedge set at the same height. All this is so if you're thinking about getting a splitter, you can see the differences between these two, the Eastonmade and the Wolfe Ridge. We're also going to run other splitter comparisons in the future, and it's not a which is better. There's pros and cons to every model, every make. Everyone's setup is different. So all this is one versus the other doing the exact same thing so you can see how they run. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you want to see how the Wolfe Ridge Pro 28C Magnum package stacks up to the Eastonmade 1222, stick around and find out. This took 3 takes. The good thing is you're going to get 3 sets of data. If you guys want to see how these things stacked up in all 3 tests, not just the one that we were able to get good footage of and show you today, it's going to be later in this video. You won't want to miss it.
So he has an idea. He wants me to sit up in his tractor bucket above the 2 machines while they just run a cycle with no wood in it, just to see the comparison. Why does he do this stuff to me? Oh my God, I'm so high. I hate heights. This is outside of my comfort zone, 110%. He totally forgot about me. Left me up here. All right, I'm 5'5", and this is where it sits on me. It feels like a good height for me. If I was 6'5", I might not think so.
Both units of controls are easy to reach.
On this one, it's a little lower. You can see, I think the Wolfe Ridge is probably here. This one's down a little lower. But, you know, as long as I just throw the big log on and don't have to bend over or hold it, I mean, I don't have an issue operating this machine at all. But I am a pro, so I could, you know.
Pro wood handler.
Yeah. I know.
The cradle is a difference. So this Eastonmade 1222's got a nice log cradle. You can throw the smaller pieces in there. When you're lifting the bigger rounds, that catches them so they don't roll over onto you.
I thought that was good.
On the Wolfe Ridge, it's got a little catch plate here on one side. So it'll maybe stop the rounds from rolling through, but it's not a cradle. Again, just a comparison showing you the differences one machine to the other. Difference in the wedges and the lift. Now, take in mind these are a couple-year-old machines. So on the Eastonmade, the wedge runs all the way down and it engages in the bottom in a pin. It's a big, heavy wedge, but that thing can't come loose. So if it gets jammed a knotty piece gets, it's not going to pop loose. That's one thing I like. It's got this on the top to remove it. So to take the Eastonmade wedge out, you're going to lower it down, which will unengage that pin. Then you can either use that eye and lift it out, or what I do is I just hop up here and I pull it out. The lift on the Eastonmade, that's all the way up. It's just a little above parallel. You can fold this up. So for transport, you only have that little arm sticking out, which is nice. You would obviously tie that lift. It just gives you a little bit of a narrower profile when you're hauling this thing or loading it in a truck or a trailer. The other thing is, with that setup, when it goes all the way down, if something is under this, that's just going to float. So if you had a log under it or what, and I believe the new Wolfe Ridge with the flippable foot wedge does the same thing. So there's the Eastonmade. All right, the Wolfe Ridge, the wedge, down, up. This is held in by a pin here, which a lot of people remove. The risk you run with that, if you watch Outside with Shide, he had a knotty piece catch on his Rugged Made, which runs a similar system, and that wedge blew off of there and actually injured the guy a little he was working with. Not terrible, but that's something. And those pins I know get knocked out sometimes. Again, I'm not bashing or anything, I'm just pointing things out that I've learned. This nose comes out here, which catches the wood. Some people like that, some people don't. Whereas with the Eastonmade, it's the flat wedge out front. Again, not saying what's better or what's not better, just what's different. To change this one, you just pop it off like that. Much lighter, much quicker, easier to change. But again, when you gain one thing, you can lose another. So it'll come off easier and it's lighter, but it could also come off when you don't want it to. This is an older style lift, but it's what's on the machine. The new ones, this folds in. One thing I forgot to show is the wear plates. The Wolfe Ridge has phenolic plates. Doug's had to change them once at 140 hours. The Eastonmade has brass, and they're the original plates at 400 hours. This does lift a little beyond parallel, a little more. The logs seem to feed off that one a little faster. All right, as far as towing goes, both of these units, this 1222 and the Wolfe Ridge, can be towed from either end. Some people like that, some people don't. Both of these units, the towing speed, I believe, is around 45 to 50 miles per hour. So they're not highway towable machines. Both of these companies, I believe, make units that are. These two just don't happen to be. All right, on the Eastonmade, to tow it, you've got this for your safety chains. You can put the tongue in here, which is where I had it. Or you can put the tongue in on the back side. Again, it's got the hooks for the safety chains. This battery box and battery bracket was built and added by the person I bought it from. The Wolfe Ridge towing system, it slides. It's a long hitch. This thing slides through. Then you put your pin through. As you can see, that sticks out quite a ways. The Eastonmade is a little shorter, which again, they're different. Some things are nice, some things, you know, pros and cons. This slides in, you can take it out, put it wherever. This longer one slides back for storage, or like that, that gives you a little more leverage for moving it around. or you pull it out and you slide it in this end. So the Wolfe Ridge, you would just pull it out like that, put your pin in, and then you're ready to tow. It's got safety chains built onto the bar. So if your bar came out, they would not help you. So they go with the bar. Where the Eastonmade, you move the safety chains on those eyes I showed you. All right, installing the tow bar on the Eastonmade, you simply slide it into position, drop your pin down through, and you're ready to tow. All right, as far as the stabilizing systems, the Eastonmade has this removable jack, which then you use that to raise the machine. And then there's a dual, well, one leg, but it goes across the machine that you lower into position and set it on. This one happens to be bent. The people I bought it from ended up bending it. I'm not sure how. The Wolfe Ridge has this jack that it's attached and it swivels out of the way. And then it has a foot that you can put down in the back for more stabilization. So there it is, just a few quick differences. The wedges, the log lifts, the towing setups, and the stabilization setups. If you guys want to see other stuff, drop it in the comments. Well, I have access to these machines. If a bunch of people want to see something, we'll bring it to you, so let us know. All right, third try's the charm. We got Zach on the camera. Here we go. Are you splitters ready?
All right, go.
Are we looking set? Eastonmade's done. Onto the Wolfe Ridge to finish. "11 pieces left on the Wolfe Ridge right now. We had to put these splitters closer together to try to get the footage, because that's what was wrong with the second time we tried to film. You could hardly see either of us. And my son got home from school, so he's up there running the camera right now. So I got to try to keep this wood from piling onto the Eastonmade. All right, she's on the last piece. There it is. All right, there it is. That's the third run. The positive about that is we're gonna have 3 different data points to give you. The first time we ran it, Doug ran the Wolfe Ridge and I ran the Eastonmade. The second time, Rachel ran the Eastonmade, I ran the Wolfe Ridge, and this time Rachel ran the Wolfe Ridge and I ran the Eastonmade. This is our third try to get the good footage. The first times we lost audio, and the second time we ran, it just wasn't a good angle. We had it up on the tractor bucket and we thought it was good, and we went and watched it and it wasn't. So good news is we're getting a lot of wood split. Rachel, I'm taking her out for a steak dinner or something, because she earned it.
3 times collecting 60 rounds.
The first time I don't think we did a full 30 each, but
No,
yeah,
but
trying to
still.
pick the equal round so this is a fair comparison. 2 different machines. We're gonna come back out after we get this cleaned up and show you how the wedge systems work, the height of the machines. We'll run the lifts through just so you guys can see how they stack up.
Well, we about 5 minutes of work there for an hour and a half of prep. But I mean, I was so particular wanting to make sure that we got all the right species of wood so that it couldn't be more fair. Like, I didn't want anyone to have an advantage. I really don't have a dog in the fight over which splitter is faster, better, whatever. But I mean, this shows a really good comparison if you ask me. And here are the official results. We ran these splitters 3 different times with different operators on each machine every time, giving us even more accurate results. We ran a total of 75 rounds through each machine, and the Eastonmade was 30% faster.
All right, there it is. Splitter Wars on Hardworking Man. We're gonna bring more of these to you, more comparisons. Wolfe Ridge, the all wood, the Eastonmade, the all wood, maybe a few other ones. Anything we can get, we're willing to compare.
Right.
We just wanna bring you guys what you wanna see. If you're thinking about buying a splitter, I think this is a great video where you can see them head to head, and I've never seen anything like it. So if you guys like stuff like this, me buying everything, Rachel loving that I'm buying stuff for the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe, drop us a thumbs up, share this video with your friends. Anybody who's looking for a splitter, this is something they're gonna wanna see, so.
Yeah. All right, well, this is our second round shooting this video, because the first time, for some reason, half of the footage has sound and the other half doesn't. And that happened on a Missouri trip too. So we're not quite sure what the technical difficulties are with the mic or the GoPro.
Hopefully this one has sound.
So we, yeah.
We're buying new mics. I've not been real happy with these mics from the beginning. We're gonna go with the Rhodes, which I should have done in the first place, but I wanna make this channel better and better. We're taking the money we make, putting it back into the channel so we can bring you guys better content. So.
Yes.
Plus a little extra, I throw a little extra money at the channel.
Well, hopefully you found this video informative, which is the point in all of this. And, you know, we try to be as fair as we possibly could.
It was just a 4-way wedge, just full cycle on every single round. We know that you can catch them, stop them short, stuff like that, and you can run each of these splitters more efficiently. But again, this was just so you can see how they compare on factory settings, head-to-head,
Right.
full cycle, same
Speed,
wood, all
power.
that, just so you can see them next to each other and see how they run. So I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. We appreciate the comments.
Yeah.
Love the comments. We'll text back. Did you see this comment? Did you see that comment? Rachel gets a lot of comments. I get some comments.
Hey, I didn't do all the work this time.
I did about half. I did about half.
Hey, I did sort all the logs. That was a lot of work.
I had to go get the splitter and tow it back home because Doug, so there will be a little footage in this video with Doug in it. That's the footage that actually had some audio.
Yeah.
I lifted Rachel up in the tractor bucket and she doesn't like heights.
No.
That's in there.
And then he just left me. And they like,
I forgot. I get distracted easy.
they start talking and I'm
she's
left
like,
up
"Hey."
in the bucket. I'm like, let me down before these hydraulics give out and I'm
Right.
like crashing to the ground or something. I don't know.
She'll be fine. So, but so that's what happened. That's why there's a little bit of split video in this. Hopefully this one worked and hopefully it turns out great.
Thanks for tuning in. Love you all. Mean it. Bye.
Trying to find similar pieces. Yeah. Finger.
Sure thing, boss.
Yeah. Nope. Not even close. What's up? Stacks up to the Eastonmade 1222.
I'm for racing!
One with Rachel running the Eastonmade, me running the... I was flawless. I ran that thing perfect.
Yeah, same.
Who do you guys think had it? I thought I had her out of the gate. When I saw her drop a log, I was like, I think I got her.
Never.
Talk to me, girl. Let me see if we got audio.
Hello, hello.
Oh yeah, I think we do. If you guys want to know the prices on these units, you're going to have to check because I didn't want to put prices on there and A, be wrong. 2 prices change. A, 2. All right, here it is. Take 2. It's the Wolfe Ridge Pro 28C with the Magnum package versus the Eastonmade 1222. We are Splitter Wars. That's I think what I'm going to put in the title so people can see it every time.
Okay. I'm for racing!
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to warm up.
Make sure you check the description.
I said bye. You can't say check the
I can edit this
description.
backwards. Make sure you guys check the description. We're gonna be on a live stream and you'll know when in the description. We're gonna go 30 rounds. I'm on the Wolfe Ridge. You got Rachel on the Eastonmade. Hope you guys like this. It's gonna be fun. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Talk.
What? Talk?
Never mind, it's picking up all the equipment sound.
Is it picking up? We're not talking anyway. All right, double check that my mic is showing up on there.
It is showing. Hopefully it's transferring to the video.
All right, well, is it showing up on there when I'm far away? Or is
Yeah,
that...
don't lean on that muffler.
I'm not trying to lean on anything.
I was
I'm
just letting
just
you know.
seeing if my mic still works.